Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a college junior studying accounting and finance, and I make a lot of vlogs on my channel and I post a new video every single Saturday. So be sure to go subscribe so you don't miss an upload. Happy Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day, so all of my classes are canceled for today. So I'm currently home and just woke up. As we can see, I'm still in bed. I still had to wake up kind of early, not this early, but for some reason I just naturally woke up early today because I'm going to the mall in a few hours to trade in my MacBook. It is time. I'm getting a new laptop. Quite nervous because I had the laptop that I use for everything for over 6 years. I got it before I started high school, and now I'm a junior in college, or halfway through my junior year in college. So that's gonna be traded in today, and then I just have a bunch of schoolwork to catch up on. Yesterday was supposed to be my catch-up day before heading into a new week, and that just did not pan out. Pretty sure I took 2 naps instead. I got a few things done, but not as much as I was hoping I would. So I have a lot of stuff to do today. I'm gonna get out of bed though. I took off my lovely case that's been on my computer for a year and a half now with a crap load of stickers on it. I'm so sad. I have the original case that I got when I bought my computer 6 years ago. I just put it in here, and I'm gonna stick this in my backpack to bring with me so I don't have to hold it walking around the mall. And I'm gonna go get a new laptop. I have the new laptop. I still have my old one because I have to transfer the data over. We have Starbucks. We have Madre. Hey, I'm home. It's 1 o'clock right now. The Apple store was actually so seamless. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes and boom, had a new laptop. So I got the updated MacBook Air that just came out because the one I have is the early 2015 model. So I got the new one that has the M2 chip, and the one I have has 256 gigs of storage, whereas the one I have right now is 128. So I tend to get pretty close to that a lot of the time. So I'm excited to have the extra storage. My computer won't start making noises when it's being overworked because of the new chip that I got. So I'm very excited. And then the person that was checking me out and everything offered to do the data migration because I brought my current laptop with me. My intention was to trade it in when I got my new computer. They said they can't do the trade-in until after I've already transferred my data to the new laptop because they'll have to erase everything from my current laptop. So they were okay, go do the data migration and then we'll do the trade-in to get everything off your current laptop. So I get moved to the Genius Bar, and another person's helping me out, and the first question they ask me is, can you go a few days without your laptop to do the data transfer? And I was no. That is not possible, because I was looking online and it was saying you can transfer everything wirelessly, the computers just have to be near each other. And I was okay, cool, didn't think anything of it. I didn't bring my external hard drive that I have with me either because I was just worried because I was going to an Apple store that's in a mall, and then turns out I ended up needing it. So the guy walked me through how to transfer the data from my old laptop to the new one at home. I'm still gonna call Apple support to walk me through it because I felt it went in one ear out the other, and I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. But they said it would take an hour to transfer all the data from my old computer to the hard drive, and then another hour to transfer the data from my hard drive to the new computer. But the bright side is a lot of the reason why my storage is almost full on my current laptop is because I have a bunch of software updates and stuff that I just never used or updated. So they said that none of that stuff will get transferred to the hard drive. When I do the full backup, it'll just transfer all of my apps and documents and all that stuff. So I have to start that process. Luckily I have other schoolwork that I can do while all this stuff is happening that I don't really need to be on my computer for. But I knew for sure that I wasn't going to be able to go a few days without using a laptop because I have assignments that are due Wednesday, and all of my textbooks except for one are online, and it just wouldn't have worked, which means I probably should have taken care of this before school started because it was winter break. I probably would have been fine, but if there's a way I can do it where I can still have access to my laptop in a few hours, that would be swell. What I'm gonna do right now is print out my finance homework from my computer before I start doing the whole backup thing, just to give myself some stuff to do while I'm waiting for the data to transfer. And And then I also have my business law textbook that I need to catch up on reading with anyway, and that stuff is not electronic. Like, I have a physical textbook for that class and I handwrite my notes anyway, so I don't need a laptop for that. So I have a few stuff that can keep me busy while I'm waiting for the data transfer. So I'm gonna do that, put up a load of laundry, and then start transferring my data. Like I said, I'm gonna call Apple support because I don't want to mess this up doing it myself. Even though they showed us how to do it in the store and they said like it's pretty easy to do, I was like, okay. And they said I could call Apple support if I need help with it. And then I'm gonna have to go back next weekend because I have 14 days to trade in my old laptop to get the credit for the price of the new one I got. So I'll have to go back next weekend to bring back my old laptop because I think I can get like $50 for it. And either way, it's like not worth it for me to just have my old laptop lying around if I'm not using it anymore. So might as well just like trade it in. They recommended I get this like adapter thing because they were saying that my hard drive may not be able to plug into a new laptop because the MacBook I have is like the older version. So like there's different extension cords. I know the charges are different, but I got this like USB adapter for like $20, and they said if I end up not needing it, if like my hard drive ended up coming with a plug like this, to just like return it. So I might end up returning this when I go back to trade in my old computer. So yeah, that happened. I'm very excited. I've been meaning to get a new laptop for a while. I was originally going to hold off a little longer, but I think this is definitely a good semester for me to get a new laptop because a lot of my classes are like technology based this semester. And in general, I need a new laptop. I've needed one for probably over a year now. Especially the battery life. One of the other things with the new computer I got, which I'm excited for, is the battery life is like 18 hours. I always have to carry around a charger with me, and I can never just find a study place that doesn't have a wire nearby because I'm gonna need to charge my computer at some point. Like, it's always dying. I will be very excited to not have to worry about bringing a charger everywhere I go. I also have my second coffee of the day. I tried the vanilla sweet cream cold brew, which is my first time having this. And I've been trying all the different cold brews at Starbucks. Like, I've had the caramel one, I think, the pumpkin one, the peppermint one, the chocolate one. And I never tried like just like the classic vanilla one. And I like this probably better than all of them. This is definitely my favorite cold brew that I've tried from Starbucks. So I got this. Coffee just puts me in like a productive mood. So I'm gonna drink this, print out my finance homework, and get started with transferring 6 years worth of computer data to my hard drive. Ta-da! My desk is so dusty in the background, but she's gorgeous. I already have YouTube playing because I'm about to do some schoolwork because I did not do anything while I was waiting for all my computer data to transfer over to this new laptop. Basically what ended up happening is I was on the phone with Apple support for like 30 minutes because when I was on hold, which apparently when you call Apple support, they give you an option of like what kind of hold music you want to listen to. Like, you can listen to pop music, classical, there was another option for music, and then they're like, if you want to wait in silence, press 4. I selected pop music and listened to that for a bit while I was on hold. And then I was trying to get help as far as like how I would go about transferring my data to my hard drive and then plugging it into my new computer and transferring the data onto the new computer. It was saying that my hard drive wasn't compatible with my laptop, even though the support person was like, yeah, that's a brand that should be compatible with Mac. And I was looking on the box and it was saying it was compatible with Mac, but the only option it was giving me in order to use the hard drive as the place to back up all my data was if I erased all the existing files on the hard drive, which I was like, I am not doing, because I have a lot of files saved on there that like aren't on my computer anymore because I was having issues with space and storage and stuff. So I wasn't about to delete all of that from my hard drive to use it. And then I ended up using migration assistance, which is what I would have had to do in the store. But apparently, like, if you do the data transfer in the store, they keep your laptop for a day or two, which is why if I had done it in store, I wouldn't have been able to have access to my laptop for a few days. But they were like, since you're doing it at home, like, it just takes a little while. It took about an hour. And then I was able to like have access to all my files on here. And I'm not bringing my laptop or my old laptop back until next weekend to trade in because I have 2 weeks to do that to get the credit for the trade-in. So if, as I'm like fiddling around on my computer throughout the week and I notice any files that are like missing or whatever, I know that I can just grab my old laptop and transfer the files. So that process took a bit, but everything is all set up. I already have YouTube playing, so that works. I'm liking this so far. I didn't even realize that I have Touch ID, which I'm pretty hyped about because, like I said, I had a very old computer, so I did not have that. And I'm noticing already, like, the size of the laptop is a little smaller than my older one, but they're both 13-inch screens. But this one has like less of a border. Like, it has like a little black border around it, whereas like the older MacBook Air had like the whole border in like silver around it, which made it a little bigger. It's almost 4 o'clock. I have finance homework due Wednesday, a quiz due Wednesday for my information systems class, and I have reading to do for my business law and my finance class and my information systems class because I need to take that quiz. So there's a lot to do. I wanted to do like a practice problem before I get started on the homework for my finance class, so I'm going to work on that for a bit. The homework is a team assignment, and my partner got her part done like Thursday night, like emailed me the doc with her part done. I was just like, oh, I'll just be the one to submit it. This way we can just go ahead and submit it once I get my part done. And now the assignment is due in 2 days and I still don't have my part done, but I'm gonna work on that first because I want to get that submitted. The intention was for me to get 8 hours of sleep before I go back into work tomorrow, and it's not gonna happen. But if I get to sleep like before midnight, which is in like 20 minutes, I could still get like 7 hours. So basically spent the rest of the night trying to get ahead as far as like reading and some assignments. I got my finance assignment done. That wasn't due until Wednesday, but I wanted to get that done first because my teammate for the assignment finished her part Thursday. I think I mentioned that before, but I wanted to get that turned in so that we were in the clear for that. And then I have a quiz for another class that I'm going to do tomorrow, but I watched the video lectures for that quiz, so I just have to read the textbook tomorrow and get like additional information written down and then take that quiz. And then I'm trying to get through the textbook for my business law class. I can already tell that that class is going to be rough because from what I'm hearing, I need to be reading that textbook like word for word, and then I'm also handwriting my notes, which I know is going to make this process go like 10 times slower because not only that, I also can't study in silence, so I'll have like a podcast or a YouTube video playing in the background, and then sometimes I get distracted and I'm just like watching the YouTube video and then handwriting my notes. So I think I've gotten up to like page 10 out of page 25 that I need to get up to for the first chapter. So I have a lot more reading to do for then. And then there's also another chapter for that class that I should be done reading by Wednesday for that class period. I'm just going to accept the fact that I'm probably going to be behind on the reading because there's other stuff that I need to get done tomorrow after work. In other news, I'm having like a piercing crisis. If you haven't noticed, I have like 10 piercings in my ears, and I got like my 3rd low piercing in July, and silly me like doesn't take care of my ear piercings properly. So I've had issues with every single piercing that I've gotten in my adult life. Like, I'm not kidding. The only ones that I don't have issues with is this first one right here. And that's because I got that one when I was like 7. The rest I got when I was like 19 or about to turn 20, like very recent because I'm 20 right now. This earring was bothering me, and so I was like twisting it. And my problem too when I get bored is like I'm always like twisting my earrings, which is probably why they get infected a lot because I don't wash my hands before I'm touching my ears all the time. So this one was bothering me, so I took the earring out and like cleaned the earring and cleaned the piercing a bit, and then I went to go put it back in, but my ear was still like super swollen, and so I could barely get like the backing of the stud onto the stud to close the earring in. So I was like, I'm not even gonna try with this right now because if this ends up getting stuck or something and then I can't get it out again, like let me not even deal with that. So I've had this one for about 6 months now, so I'm hoping that me sleeping without an earring in it for a night won't like close the hole. But honestly, if it does, like I probably wouldn't be that mad about it. I mean, I'd be like uneven for a bit while like waiting for it to close completely. But the other thing is like this piercing, I know it's like hard to see, but I'm just venting, but this piercing is like a little higher than this one. My mom was literally just saying to me today, like, oh, you should like maybe close up this one because this one is like in the indent of my ear. Like it's like a really odd piercing place, and it makes it really difficult to take the stud in and out because it's like in an indent of my ear. I would rather be like level with this one, but I get why it wasn't because these two are uneven. So like this piercing lines up to these two, and then this piercing lines up to these two. But it is frustrating having 4 different uneven piercings. So my mom suggested maybe letting this one close and then just getting it re-pierced like further down so it evens out with this one. But throughout like the healing process, like I'm gonna have to deal with my ears being a little uneven, but like literally who cares? I was literally never that person that wore earrings when I was little, like ever. I would always forget that I had my ears pierced. And then for some reason in the last last year I've gotten an expansion in my earring collection. I like it because it makes me feel like put together and like I always have jewelry on, but it's also such a pain in the butt because I got them so close together and I never like really actually sat down and took the time to like take care of my piercings as I got them. So I'm just constantly dealing with like taking them out, cleaning them and all that now because they like none of them healed properly. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. I was gonna carry this vlog into tomorrow, but I feel like I rambled enough for today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video here. So thanks for watching, subscribe, follow me on my social media. Have a good night if you're watching this at night, and I'll see you in the next video.